there is literally nothing like the World Cup. I'm sorry, no football tournament, no football match lives up to what I feel when I'm watching the World Cup. The Champions League final comes close. I guess when you see a North London derby as an Arsenal fan, that comes close as well. But World Cup, even if it's a group stage game, okay, when I'm watching it, there's a different feeling. There's something about the World Cup. And today's game, or one of the games I should say, Germany versus Mexico it was just incredible. And it was only a 1-0 victory for Mexico only. The way I'm trying to explain that, I mean, is there was only one goal, but the game just had everything. It was just, I'm mentally drained after watching it because of just the emotions. And I'm not even from Mexico or Germany. I didn't really have a favourite. I didn't want someone to win, but the story of Mexico beating Germany, the current holders in the first game, it was cool. It really was cool, and I feel just I'm a little bit gutted for German fans because their team didn't turn up today. They were nowhere near as good as they should have been. But I also feel so incredibly amazing for the Mexican fans who would have undoubtedly been watching that game on the edge of their seat, crying for the whistle at the end there, just begging for the game to end because it was close at the end. There was plenty of chances for Germany to steal a point or maybe even grab a winner. Had they drawn, got an equaliser with 3 minutes to go, I reckon they would have gone on to win the game. Germany, no doubt, will be back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say this now. They're still, for me, one of the favourites of the tournament. Although, I did my prediction video just a couple of days ago, and in the final I have France and Germany, and both of them looked pretty poor in their opening game. So, looks like my prediction is going to be a little bit off, potentially, but there's still time. I still think France and Germany will get their way to the final somehow. And today was just one of those off days. It wouldn't surprise me if Germany win their next 2 games by a huge margin. So I wouldn't worry too much, Germany fans. I know there's only 2 games left in the group stage, but that's plenty. It's 6 points available. But Mexico, let's talk about Mexico because they were just unbelievable today. I will talk about the other games in these episodes, but today I've really not got much to talk about in the other matches, so I'm only going to focus on this one today. So apologies if your nationality played earlier, or if they're playing tonight, I'm obviously skipping that. But Mexico, I didn't know what to expect. I saw the lineup. I noticed they didn't have Corona in the team. They had Leun at right mid, and I thought that's certainly a little bit odd. Now, I must admit, I haven't watched Mexico in the World Cup qualifiers. I think I might have seen some highlights of one of their games. But Leun playing on the right was a bit of a surprise for me. I thought maybe Corona would have gone in there. He's a great player from Porto. And I saw the midfield, very strong midfield. I saw the defence, it's somewhat decent. There are a couple of players in the team that you wouldn't expect to light the tournament on fire. But, of course, you're looking up top there with Chicharito, very experienced, one of the best finishers on his day. On the left, you've got, I think, one of the most promising young players on the planet, and that is Lozano, who plays for PSV at the moment. And yes, PSV is how you say it. Don't even come at me saying that I'm mispronouncing it. It is PSV. Lozano, there's no doubt in my mind, will not be at PSV for long. I think maybe one more season, maybe until January. But mark my words, okay? If there is going to be a breakout player from this tournament, not that that even counts for him. He's already broken out. I would say his first season at PSV has been incredible. I feel though that it happens every World Cup. There's one player that just soars in price. We had James Rodriguez before. I think it's going to be Lozano. If Mexico continue to play like they did today against Germany for the rest of this tournament, and if they make it to the quarters, to the semis, they often do very well at World Cups. Lozano will be the main man behind it, and his price is going to be doubling every single game. It's just unbelievable how good this guy is. And I'm just thinking on the other side for Germany, that same position, that left-wing position, they had Draxler today, who, for me, didn't have his best game ever. But Sane, equally one of the best young players in the world right now. How he hasn't gone to the tournament is beyond me. I feel like they needed Sane. They needed a player like that to really take the game by the scruff of the neck and just win it for them. And it felt like they lacked a player like Sane. And then you look at Mexico with a player like Lozano, which, him and Sane, you could see some similarities there. It blows my mind how Sane's not gone when they so clearly needed an outlet like that. Draxler's great, but he's not a winger. He likes to come inside. He likes to, take it onto his right foot and get inside centrally. Whereas Sane would have given them a bit more width. He would have got some crosses in. Draxler doesn't really offer that. So, that's down to the manager. It's poor selection. I think Brandt is great, the Bayer Leverkusen star, but he's nowhere near Sane's level. He never will be, I don't think. Sane is the better player and should have gone to this tournament. Even if they put him on the bench, it would have been a great sub to bring on. So mark my words, Lozano, I think he'll end up at the Premier League or the Bundesliga, something like that. It wouldn't surprise me if he's Ribéry's replacement at Bayern, or if he goes to Manchester United and replaces Martial. Who knows? He's going to go to another big team at some point, but I hope he stays at PSV for just that little bit longer so he can continue to develop into, well, quite rightly so, a world-class player. He already pretty much is. He was just unreal. So exciting to watch a player like him, full of confidence, running at the best team in the world. They are the current World Cup champions. This is Germany up against Kimmich, one of the best young players in the world. Again, just destroying opponents every single game when he plays. For Bayern, he's been arguably one of their best players. He won German Player of the Year. He's no easy player to get past. Great attacking, but also great defensively. And Lozano just... Who's Kimmich? I'm Lozano. I'm going to take him on. And he got the winning goal. So Lozano, for me, 9 out of 10 performance. The only issue I see with his game, and the commentators pointed it out, and so did the pundits before the game, he does seem to have a bit of an aggression issue. Maybe he's got a bit of a temper on him. He has had, I think, 7 red cards in his career already. He's only 22, which it's not great, especially when, for example, in England, when we're watching the BBC, Gary Lineker is the main presenter, and he didn't get a single yellow or red card in his entire career, I believe. So you're really seeing the difference there. I think if he can calm down a little bit, it reminds me of Xhaka when he first joined Arsenal. Xhaka, no doubt, is a hothead. He had so many red cards in his career. He already had a few at Arsenal, but he's definitely calmed down. I think if Lozano can do the same, I see him going big places. I really do. Amazing. I want to talk about the Mexico keeper as well, Ochoa, a real legend. I absolutely love this guy. He doesn't look like a goalkeeper, not a typical, tall, really good with his... he's very good with his reflexes. I don't know what I'm trying to... he doesn't seem to be that typical 6'5" brick house goalkeeper that you see these days. Look at Manuel Neuer, for example. A massive unit, really good at distribution, but he's not so quick. You've got Ochoa, who I think he's less than 6 foot. Is he 5'11"? Something like that. He's unbelievable. He's so agile. His reflexes are incredible. He saved Mexico multiple times today. And it just felt like that no matter how many attempts Germany were going to have on goal, it just was not going in. So well done to him as well. And the defence in general. They looked very tired towards the end of the game, Mexico, but they managed to grind it out, and that's exactly what great teams do. And I really have full confidence in Mexico to get more points in this group stage and eventually make it through once again to the knockout stages. But let's talk a bit more about Germany, because there were certain individuals that I was very disappointed with. I thought Khedira was really poor. He looked like... Well, bless him, he picked up an injury before the final last year, but it felt like he picked up an injury before this game. He was really slow. It didn't feel like he was at the same pace as everyone else. Hopefully that's just today and he'll come back stronger, because Germany, no doubt, are a better side with Khedira in there. Kroos was okay. I don't think he did too much wrong. Just a couple of times where maybe he could have fed a pass through instead of shooting. He shoots a lot. Ozil, one of those games that us Arsenal fans are used to seeing, just didn't quite turn up today either. Draxler was okay. Muller didn't do too much. I think Werner, no doubt about it, tough boots to fill with Klose not being at the tournament. And with Gomez ageing, Werner has to step up. And he had some chances today which maybe he could have done better with, but ultimately wasn't his best game. And to be honest, defensively, I thought Kimmich was arguably one of their better players today, but defensively made a couple of mistakes. He was out of position a couple of times, but when he got down the field, there was a pass he put through to, I think it was Werner in the first half, and it's just unbelievable that this guy he's able to. I mean, I talked about filling someone's shoes with Klose, retiring and Werner having to step up, but talk about Lahm retiring and Kimmich stepping up. He looks like he's taken that position by storm. Like he literally, that's his position now. He's a right back and he's brilliant at it. I thought Hummels and Boateng were pretty poor tonight. Again, just didn't look like they were at the races. Left back Plattenhardt, I think Hector will play the next game. Quite simple, really. And Neuer, I mean, there's not much to say about Neuer. Wasn't his fault on the goal. Made a couple of saves here and there. But Germany in general, just, they were a 3, a 4 out of 10 maybe. But Mexico they were on it. And the manager's done an absolutely fantastic job rearing the team up for their first game. And to go at Germany like they did takes bravery. Going at them with a lot of players up the pitch, knowing that if you lose it, they could easily counter you. But they didn't have Sane, so there wasn't as much pace as they needed. I'm of the opinion that Sane not going is the biggest travesty of this World Cup so far. It really is. He was perfect for a game like today where they win the ball, give it to Sane, and he just runs. I really, really think it's a bad mistake, and it's going to happen again. I think Germany will get through to the latter stages of this World Cup, but they are going to find themselves missing an outlet like Sane. I really do feel like that way. So, thank you for watching this episode of Operation Russia, as I'm calling it. Hopefully, you enjoyed this game as much as I did. Germany will bounce back. I think Mexico, I didn't predict them to go through, I don't think. So maybe I need to change that prediction. I think they will at this rate. If they continue to play like they did today, they will be a force to be reckoned with. But I'll be back tomorrow because, of course, we have the England game against Tunisia. Not sure how I feel about it. I'm pretty sure we'll pick up a win. Apparently, we've already announced the team to the players. I'm looking forward to seeing who's playing and see if my prediction for the squad lineup is somewhat correct. But yeah, I'll see you for that one, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.